Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. I'm going to spend some time with Mike Smith. He's the author of a new book on how technology is revolutionizing advertising, and we're going to talk a little bit about that on today's program. Mike, welcome to The Price of Business.
Thank you, Kevin. It's nice to be here.
Kind of give us the elevator speech, if you will, both about yourself, a little bit about your background, and the book Targeted.
Well, Targeted is about digital advertising and how digital advertising increasingly is being bought and sold like stocks on a stock exchange using computers and electronic trading. So the book is a history about digital advertising, but it profiles all of the important innovations that led up to the electronic trading that I just described, which in advertising is called real-time bidding.
And what is your background? What is your background that got you into this? I see it's very vast with some pretty substantial mid-market and enterprise-level companies. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I myself am an electrical engineer, so my schooling is in that discipline. I've worked in digital media for quite a long time, 16 years actually, with different .com companies, including the Street.com, Forbes.com, and now Hearst Corporation, which is a very large company, a large media company that runs a multitude of websites with brands that most folks are familiar with, like Car and Driver and Cosmopolitan and Elle and Esquire and many, many others. So that's
Hearst. Hearst not only isn't a publication; it's really a conglomerate of publications. Correct?
That's correct, and includes newspapers, major newspapers like the San Francisco Chronicle and the Houston Chronicle and the Albany Times, Union, and many others. Hearst also operates 31 local television stations throughout the country, along with companion websites that service those markets and those communities. In aggregate, 220 million unique users visit the websites and mobile platforms of Hearst every month.
Very good, very good. What would you say is the biggest challenge for companies when it comes to using digital marketing and advertising?
Biggest challenge today, or one of the biggest challenges, there are several, is adopting programmatic ad sales. In paid search, which is the biggest sector of digital advertising, in 2013 it was a $20 billion market in the United States. Paid search is sold and purchased 100% at auction, and Google is the dominant player there. But there are others, Yahoo, Microsoft's Bing service, of course, Ask, and others. But paid search is 100% machine-driven. Similarly, social media is bought and sold exclusively at auction, and the dominant player there is obviously Facebook, but there are many others as well. In display advertising, the history of display, the selling, the buying and the selling is more like buying and selling magazine and newspaper advertisements and television advertisements. So it's transacted with people negotiating deals, and it's less about computers executing electronic trades. Increasingly, however, over the last 5 years, the display ad sector, which was in 2013 an $18 billion sector, so nearly the size of paid search, is increasingly becoming programmatically sold. So media companies need to embrace and adopt and become proficient at the buying and selling of media programmatically in support of their sales efforts and revenue growth.
The book is called Targeted, and I encourage you to learn more about it by going to targetedmikesmith.com. I guess that means you might have crosshairs on your back, so be careful. Targetedmikesmith.com. Looks like a fascinating book, very timely, not only for large corporations, but businesses of all size as they navigate through how to promote their business digitally. Thanks so much, sir.
Evan, thank you for having me.
When we come back, much more for you. Do want to remind you, best content here, shows up over there at usdailyreview.com. This is The Price of Business.